escape from reality or escape into reality?
Oh.
Okay. Right. So you have heard different viewpoints. One viewpoint is, for a Jnani is trying to escape from Maya. He is a useless fellow. He is trying to escape from the world. He wants to get liberalized. And he, in the process of escaping from the world, he will not be able to help many people. Right? If you want to be in the world, if you want to realize yourself, acquire some siddhis, master some powers. So then you can help people more than a Jnani can help. Right? These are the two viewpoints. Right?
There are three actually. One is that Jnana is kind of a second is mastery over the elements, and third is about helping.
Yeah. So there are three aspects. So Jnana is escapism. Okay, escapism from Maya. A Jnani is like a running away from Maya. Second is a person. Many yogis get some siddhis, miraculous powers. Then they may get Jnana. They may get Jnana. We can't say they'll get Jnana. Right?
No, that is the best path.
Okay, that's a better path. Get some good mastery of the nature. Then gets Jnana. That's a better path because you can help people. So then third is helping people. More helping people is possible if you have power. Right? A prime minister can help more people compared to a peon, a person who doesn't have power. A prime minister has more power. A yogi has more power to help people. So that is the question. That's the statement. So the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, which is the authentic text on yoga. Shiva Sutra, who is an authentic text on yoga. Authentic text on Kashmiri is available. So both say one thing. They describe a lot of siddhis, miraculous powers. Okay, a lot of miraculous powers we speak of. And Patanjali says Anima, Lagima, Garima, Mahima, so many Ashta siddhis. Shiva Sutra speaks of many siddhis. Now, at the end of this, Ashta siddhi describing is called there's one chapter dedicated to siddhis itself in Patanjali Yoga Sutra. So Patanjali says, I have described all the siddhis to caution a yogi that these are traps. These are not something to be acquired or aspired. They can come on your way, but don't get attracted with them. You have to proceed towards Jnana. You have to pursue realization. So what happens is many people, when they get siddhi, they get attracted with them. They get trapped with them. Siddhis are traps. They're very traps because it feels fantastic. Okay. They call yogis who have fallen. The yogis who have fallen the spiritual journey. There are many of them. So that's why in the spiritual literature, in our Puranic literature, it's told in a very beautiful way. So this guy, that Vishwamitra Rishi, he starts meditating. Then Menaka appears in front of him and he forgets it and gets married. So like that, siddhis happen in the path of yoga. Okay. And there are very, very fine ways of acquiring siddhi in yoga path. There are some specific meditation practices, techniques, all those things. But no matter what you do, these siddhis are very limited in nature. One day, an enlightened being was waiting near a boat, waiting near a river to cross the boat. So then suddenly a yogi from other side walks on water and comes to him. He says, you are waiting for this thing? I just came, walked on water. You look like a monk. So then this monk says, yeah, I'm waiting for the boat to cross. Okay. You are a fantastic siddhi of walking on the water. How did you acquire that? Oh, I spent 25 years in acquiring that. Very egoistic, restless. So Yogi says, what is the value of that? If 25 paisa, you can get a boat ride. But that 20 out of 25 years, you have spent 5 years or so, you would have become internally peaceful. The inner peace is not there. You have acquired siddhi. So the mind gets diverted to acquiring siddhis. A spiritual journey is an inner journey. Okay.
Are you making a statement that cities make you restless?
Siddhis, people get lost in the siddhis. I'm not saying everybody gets lost, but Patanjali Yoga Maharshi says siddhis he has described as a trap in the path of journey. Don't get lost here. And Shiva says yogi gets many siddhis on the path, but if he gets attracted by any of them, he'll not get enlightenment. For going to the enlightenment, you have to forget all these siddhis and go to enlightenment. This is Shiva's teaching. No. Yogi is somebody who is looking spiritual journey. So yogi is actually, the word yogi is used in spiritual literature for a sadhaka. The seeker word is yogi is used. So somebody who is realized is called Siddha Yogi, Jnani. Okay. So for 25 paisa you can cross the river with a boat. Why are you have spent the whole of your life, 25 years, in trying to acquire some siddhis. This was the value of the siddhi, 25 paisa. Now what will happen is that in the path of spiritual journey, especially in the path of yoga, there are many siddhis can be acquired. See, yoga is a path of progressive realization. Whereas jnana is a path of direct realization. For many people, siddhis become important. Many people, yoga looks attractive because it gives miraculous powers, siddhis. But there's a tendency to get lost, which is very natural. Then very few people will reach the final destination. Very few people. Unless, of course, guided by a proper master. So the question is, a yogi can help more people because of his siddhis and miraculous powers. Whereas Jnani cannot help people. I had one student who used to travel from another city. He is a Reiki master. Reiki healing. He came to my class, Jnana class, some 2-3 sessions. After that, he disappeared. He says, with Reiki, I can heal more people. Jnana is not helping anybody. So, with Reiki healing, I can help more people. So, nothing wrong or right about anything in life. Okay, each has its own value. He didn't come for Jnana, finally. Jnana class. So there is in the society, there is dharma, artha, kama, dharma, and moksha. There are 4 purusharthas. Artha and kama. Artha means desire. Kama means, artha means money and desire. Most of people are stuck here only. Okay. So if you look at any of the miraculous readings of any miraculous saints or anything, it's literally artha and kama only. Very few people will go to dharma. Artha and kama is only miracles. Most of the miracles. Hey, I lost money. I got money back. Right? My son was not passing exams. Suddenly got a rank. Artha and kama is the focus. Most of the miracles. And people get attracted by that only. And you've seen many saints and who do miracles. People flock to them. They have a larger following because they attract miracles. And then they'll give benefit. That God is not a means to them. God is not an end to them. God is the means for them. For some miracles. So if you have some siddhis, we can help more people. Possibly, yes. So Bill Gates or even Steve Jobs, billions and billions of mobile phone. That's siddhi only. Making a mobile phone, getting a laptop. That's also siddhis, no? Siddhis in the material world. Ultimately, siddhis are related to material world. Many of the scientists have siddhis. Discoveries are all some siddhis only. Ultimately, mental power only. Don't be under the impression that only yogi gets siddhis. And Steve Jobs was a great yogi, also a yogi. He followed only book he kept in his life office was autobiography. Okay. So siddhis do not be under the impression only yogis get siddhi. A common man also gets siddhis. Okay. So the different types of siddhis are there. All right. Yoga siddhi people have understood only with the person with a beard and weird way of believing, will get siddhi. A person who is focused, intense in some area, will get siddhi. A scientist, when he discovers something, is a siddhi. Realization. Getting a nuclear power from an atom is a siddhi. Okay. Now the question is, these siddhis are used for artha and kama, or dharma, or for moksha. Siddhis can be used for artha and dharma also. Nuclear power can be used for nuclear power generation, for reducing the pollution. It can be done. But ultimately, moksha is the moksha or liberation is the purpose of life. Ultimately, why are you doing anything in life? To get rid of suffering. So whatever, no matter whatever artha and kama and dharma you do, still suffering doesn't go. So for the moksha, the guiding is somebody has to give jnana. You have to work with for a jnana, self-knowledge. That very few people do. So if yogis or siddhis can help many people, definitely they will help. Okay. Do not be under the impression that yogis with a big beards can only have siddhis. A person who is doing a scientific research also has siddhis. Okay. But these siddhis on the material nature. So these are all in the material world. A yogi siddhis in the subtle world. Ultimately, they are subtle matter or gross matter. A scientist can get a siddhi from the gross matter. When he looks at atom, molecules, subatomic particles, he can release the energy. It's a siddhi. It's a tremendous energy. But yogi will be able to do that. Yogi will be able to get some siddhi by some manifesting something or doing something or seeing the future, like that. But what is the value of these siddhis? Ultimately, is limited to artha and kama. And no matter whatever artha and kama you get, if you get something, you want something more. It's never ending. The suffering doesn't go. Suffering only shifts. If you get dosa, you want a masala dosa. If you get a masala dosa, you want a ghee dosa. If ghee dosa, you get a roast. It has to be roasted properly. Like that, ultimately, it's a desire will keep on growing. So siddhis can help people. There are many people who have it some siddhis, right? All yoga schools have some siddhis only. A jnani is come out of siddhis because he is not interested. He is not conquering the nature. Siddhi is about conquering the nature. A conquering nature is ego. Okay. So tamoguna, rajoguna, satoguna. There are three gunas. Tamoguna and rajoguna, you are trying to conquer the nature. A yogi who is trying to conquer nature is rajoguna only. Understand? They'll get attracted. Rajoguna, they'll get attracted to Raja Yoga. Raja Yoga comes with rajoguna param. Our mind is restless. With prana, you can control mind. In the process, you get some siddhis. Rajoguna can lead to Raja Yoga. But then finally, when the mind becomes sattvic, then you are no longer interested in controlling. You are interested in jnana. So sattva is for jnana. There are very few people come to that. But if people are after siddhis, they get lost. Okay. Siddhis happen as long as they don't get attracted or they don't flaunt it. They are fine. Finally, siddhis, it is like saying a story. One person goes to a monk. Okay. He says, I have heard that there's a lot of wealth here in the forest. Can you show me? So the monk says, go 10 kilometers, dig there. He gets copper coins. He enjoys the copper coins. Again comes back. Now go this side. Then he'll get silver coins. Then again go this side. He'll get gold coins. Go this side, diamond coins. He has exhausted everything. Still his desire is more. Then he's wondering, this monk is giving gold coins, silver coins, this thing, but he's wearing just an ordinary cloth and sitting there. There must be something below this thing, much must be more valuable than his gold, silver, and this thing. Then he comes and asks, where are you sitting? No, what is there below? It's not where I am sitting, where is there below. It is what is there in here. I'm peaceful. None of this will give peace. So whatever is, most of the people are lost to the gold, silver, bronze coins. Desire doesn't end. Samsara doesn't end. So jnana is the way. So whether jnani has a siddhi, so siddhi means mastery over nature, physical nature, or physical matter, or subtle matter. Physical matter mastery is scientists, they are also yogis, and subtle matter is some called yogis, so-called yogis. Okay, but it's mastery, control. A ego is a control. Rajoguna is about control. So if you come to Sattva-guna, it's jnana. So now jnani has dropped everything in the world as maya. He is not running away. Escapist is not a Jnani. He is not escaping from Maya. Okay? Escaping from Maya means Maya is real. He is understanding Maya is false. He is in search of reality. Okay? He is not escapist. In reality, all these siddhis are meaningless. He is not dropping the siddhis. He understands siddhis are meaningless. So, such a person is Jnani. So, siddhis are two types. One is siddhi acquired through mental effort in the process of yoga, and siddhi, which is actually sahaja siddhi. In Jnani, get some sahaja siddhi. So, Jnani doesn't say, I am exercising siddhis. Jnani doesn't say, I am exercising siddhis. In the process of Jnani, siddhis will happen. Why? Because nature follows Jnani. The nature, he is not master of the nature, but nature follows the Jnani. Whereas yogi is mastering nature. Okay. So siddhis can be a yoga siddhi or a jnana siddhi. So jnana siddhi, Jnani will never claim I have done any siddhi. Ramana Maharshi is to sit in one place silently. People will get peace. Giving a peace to a human being is the highest siddhi. You can give anything. You can give food. You can give what? Giving a peace is impossible. That peace can come only from a enlightened being. The highest siddhi is bringing peace in a human being. The highest siddhi is to put a person on a dharma, artha and kama on the path of dharma. A transformation of human being is the highest siddhi. Understand? A transformation of human being in a dharmic path is the highest siddhi. A transforming a human being on the path of dharma into inner peace is the higher siddhi. So these siddhis are higher siddhis. Jnana is higher siddhi. So that's why Ramana Maharshi says in his Upadeshasara, Atma Vichara is the highest tapas. Atma Jnana is the highest siddhi. Understand? A siddha is master of himself. A person who has mastery over nature is not master of himself. He's a slave of himself. He's slave of the nature. So Ravana had many siddhis. Ravana had tremendous amount of siddhis. He not only disturbed others, he disturbed himself also. So Rama is peaceful. Ultimate siddhi is Atma-jnana. Ultimate tapasya is self-enquiry. So Sahaja siddhi happens in the process of that people get attracted to Ramana Maharshi. They come, they get some peace. But now Ramana Maharshi is not able to help 90% of society who are not interested in that, Artha and Kama. He is not. Okay. So Artha and Kama, the money and sex, is satisfied by many people, many Siddha Purushas. What do you think Steve Jobs is? He is a Siddha Purusha. Right? He has a miraculous powers. Do you think a mobile phone is not a miraculous thing? It's a miraculous thing. He is a Siddha Purusha. To satisfy Artha and Kama, there are many, many siddhis. But finally, for dharma and moksha, the person who takes the path of person on dharma and moksha is the highest siddhi. Okay. So Sahaja siddhi is for a Jnani. Yoga siddhi is for others. So did I answer your question?
In between you said siddhis can also be used for dharma and moksha. How can siddhis?
See, what happens is a person can get lost in the siddhis. Okay. I had one student who is actually who used to travel from one of the temples. Okay, he was about 35-40 years. He had a miraculous siddhis because and he has a lot of people who wants his service. He has a so-called Shudra Devata, a Devata at a lower level. So that Devata, he had a mantra. He used to chant the mantra whole night, and the Devata will do whatever is told for him. So he used to get invite from Middle East, many countries. People want something to happen, some money, some success in life, success in business. This Devata will do that for you. Shudra Devata. It's called Shudra, lower level Devata. So I told him, boss, you are on the path of a dangerous path. And he was so happy. He is wealthy, very wealthy. And in fact, he has more disciples than me. People who follow, right? Ultimately, I want something in life now. So I told him, you're in a dangerous path. Okay. See, what happens is Kshudra Devata, you get some work you get done, but you have to give something in return. It's like a it's a contract, right? If you don't do something in between properly, you'll get hit. That God very badly hit. He died of a cancer at a young age. Okay. So I told him, warn him, you're getting into trouble. But he became so popular. So siddhis are like riding a tiger. Okay. So what happens is many siddhis, some siddhis are initially they are very good. After that, the siddhis will fade. And then you have to start doing some cheating because you have so many people have gathered. Right? You attract people with a lot of powers. So suddenly the siddhis powers, it will not be uniform like any other power. It can't involve. So then what happens? You start getting into cheating to show something. Right? So all those things will happen in the path. So what was your question?
Like how siddhis be used?
Okay. So what happens is that a person doesn't get trapped in siddhis. Probably yoga siddhis or jnana siddhis. He becomes a siddha purusha. Means he becomes realized. And he doesn't show off his siddhis. Okay. So such a person, if somebody comes on the path of artha and kama, using his siddhi, he can give some little bit power so that he can come on the path of dharma. Ultimately, people need some carrot. So path of artha and kama, he can show the path of dharma. And for path of dharma, he can path of moksha by showing a little bit siddhis, exhibiting a little bit siddhis. Only for the needy, for moving from artha and kama to dharma, for dharma to moksha. Very rarely they use. Others, they don't use the siddhis. Whereas in case of a sahaja siddha like Jnani, like Ramana Maharshi, whatever is required will happen for evolution. Okay, a person in artha and kama starts moving to dharma, from dharma into moksha in the presence of Jnani. It is like sahaja, naturally it happens. It's called sahaja siddhi. Kanchi Paramacharya, he is considered as a Jivamukta. And he had many siddhis. Of course, he doesn't claim anything. He'll say this Perumal, the deity, they will say. So many people got the benefit of artha and kama. Some of the people moved into dharma. So a siddha purusha can use the siddhi to move people from artha and kama to dharma or to moksha. Okay, very selectively. It doesn't do. It's not like random. But there are many people siddha purushas. They start showing siddhis, and then they get big popular. Then it becomes like a riding tiger. You have to, right? In case of Baba, I have heard a story, right? So one of the Babas, he just like this and put a gold chain. Okay. So then the person who is sitting in front of him is a magician. He'll also do it like that and put the gold chain. Now you have to give me a diamond chain. You can't give. So it becomes like a competitive race. So siddhis can be used, but jnanis are the parama siddhi. The highest siddhi is jnana, atma jnana. So yogis don't understand that. Highest siddhi is peace, inner peace. For example, Buddha, okay, he didn't show any miracles, even though he had miraculous powers. His miracle is bringing peace all over the world. More than any siddhis, ordinary siddhis, at least the moment you speak of peace, Buddha comes to the picture. Right? Jnana is the highest siddhi. Every other siddhi is lower level. They are in the material nature. Do not get trapped by them. If they come on the way, let it come. But do not get attracted. Do not show it off. That is the principle of spiritual journey. Yeah, most of the people are not eligible for jnana because they are in the tamo guna or rajo guna, sattva guna, very few. Right? Tamo guna and rajo guna, jnana doesn't go into their head.
What are the benefits of jnana? But question here is because 99.99 people are not eligible for that. Jnana has very high standards of evolution and all that.
So jnana requires a higher evolution.
Yeah, so then that's why jnana is not able to help majority of the.
That is not true. That's not true. Jnana is not able to help majority of human beings. I give you example.
Because one needs to be highly aware to.
No. A Jnani is teaching. Jnani, for a person to come on Jnana Patha, requires a very high origin. There are very few people. But Jnani's teaching can help many people. So Buddha, he didn't do any miracles. His miracle is there's a peace possible in life. There's a dharma possible in life. Millions of people all over the world follow the path of dharma because of Buddha's teaching. Millions of people try to find peace in life. So he's helping. So then don't be under Siddhi means just this thing. Discovering a mobile phone is Siddhi. Bill Gates also says Siddha Purusha. It's a material Siddhi. Siddhi can be physical or Siddhi can be subtle world. Not Bill Gates, I'm speaking of. Steve Jobs. He's yogi.
Yeah, but anyways, agreed that yogis help.
I'm saying they will help. But what happens, it's important also. Artha and Kama also is important. There's nothing wrong in that. But highest possible Siddhi is called Jnana Siddhi. Okay. You can buy happiness. You can get happiness. But can you buy peace? Peace is absence of any disturbance. The peace is highest Siddhi, Shanti, Atma Jnana. Any questions?
So when
Any questions for people on Zoom? Lalita, Katyayani, Shravan.
Namaste Guruji. So in the Mahabharata, when I think it's Kaushika Muni who was doing tapas in the forest, and there was a bird which has dropped. So, so he was very angry and he has burned the bird into ashes. And when he came to the for the Vichara, the Grihini, she said, because he was angry on her, she said, I am not the bird in the forest to burn me into ashes. So this is the Siddhi which she has acquired because of the dharma, the path as a Grihini she was following. She has acquired this Siddhi.
Basically, Siddhis of different types. Okay. Siddhis are of different types. Siddhis are not just one type. She is telling a story of a Kaushika Muni who saw with his vision, he burnt a crow. Then a woman comes and says, I'm not a crow. That means she is able to read his mind. So ability to read the mind, she acquired in the process of Karma Yoga. It's a Karma Yoga Siddhi. Okay. In Karma Yoga, doing the service, her mind can become so subtle, she can read the minds of people to find out what is the need and can give that. Wait. Listen carefully. So Karma Yoga has some certain siddhis. One of the siddhis of Karma Yoga is actually to be able to, I'm trying to help you, so doing service. What the person needs, I can understand. That means ability to understand other person in depth is one of the parts of Karma Yoga Siddhi. Other part of Karma Yoga Siddhi is whatever work you undertake, you do it so well. There's no failure for a Karma Yogi. He'll do very successfully. Okay. No, I'm saying this is actually the main. There are other siddhis also. See, somebody is doing for example, somebody is doing, let's say I'm taking an example, right? Somebody is doing a Karma Yoga. Okay, he was working with the patients, doctor. He's thinking that patients, I'm serving the patients. Then what will happen? When he sees a patient, he is by and large able to understand his mind. He has become so tuned with the environment, right? Our Prime Minister Modi ji is a Karma Yoga Siddhi, highest Karma Yoga Siddhi. He sleeps for 18 hours. Okay, he has a very sharp memory. See, people say elephant has a sharp memory. Modi ji has sharper memory than elephant. Okay, so like he goes to a meeting in ISRO 4 years back and listen to everybody very carefully. After meeting again 4 years later, because he remembers what that scientist has said. He's not a scientist, but still remembers. Remembers the name also. So they are all byproducts of Karma Yoga Siddhi. But final product of Karma Yoga Siddhi is if I undertake something that he will achieve master, he will get it, he will do it. Nothing can stop a Karma Yogi. So the woman there was a Karma Yoga Siddhi. One of the side effects of Karma Yoga. Okay. So similarly, Raja Yoga Siddhis are there. Raja Yoga Siddhis are reading the mind, materializing something, and disappearing. So some of the Raja Yoga Siddhis are there. Each yoga has a specific type of Siddhi. Okay. Did I answer your question, Lalita?
Yes, Guruji. So the karma, because of nishkama karma, she has assigned that kind of siddhi, right? So
Byproduct.
then after that, if as she is a grihasti, she has acquired those because she was following the karma path. Okay.
Correct.
So gradually, when she's acquiring those siddhis, she has to, her next step is Gnana path, she has to ignore these kind of siddhis and then concentrate only on the Gnana.
She didn't exhibit the siddhi for any other purpose. See, people get siddhis, right? They show it off to attract people, right? She didn't use the siddhi for any attraction. She used the siddhi to bring this yogi called Kaushika on the right path. She may or may not be, we don't know.
Okay.
These are used rightfully for the yogi was getting lost. So our Siddha Purusha appeared here suddenly from YouTube. A siddhis can be used for personal gain. That lady didn't use it for personal gain. Lady didn't use siddhi for appreciating herself. The lady found that the yogi was getting lost in siddhis. Using siddhis, she brought him back. That's the right use of siddhi. Are you clear? Lalita?
Yes, Guruji, very clear.
Another siddhi called Vak Siddhi. Vak Siddhi means, Vak Siddhi is also siddhi. Right? Vak Siddhi is, there are two types of Vak Siddhi. There are two types of Vak Siddhi. One type of Vak Siddhi is, if you say something, the nature will follow that, it will happen to you. So if you say, I bless you, you will get blessed, or something will happen to you. It's called Vak Siddhi. The Vak, the words of the person happens in the world, because words will translate into world. The nature follows it. That's called Vak Siddhi. Then other type of Siddhi is there. It's called Vak Siddhi, means a spiritual teaching flows through the mouth. It's called Saraswati. The Saraswati, meaning of Saraswati is a river which flows. The flow like that, the words of wisdom will flow to the mouth. And such a siddhi is called Saraswati Varaprasada. The Kalidasa had Saraswati Varaprasada. Okay. So that's Varaprasada. Kalidasa is that's why he became Kalidasa, poetry. So words will flow through the mouth of a Jnani depending on the questions asked. The right answer will come at the right time. That's called Vak Siddhi. So this person, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa used to say, Ramakrishna was not a scholar, but many scholars will come, and when any questions you ask, he'll just give a simple answer, right? So that's Vak Siddhi. He says, a scholar can quote from scriptures. He's like a dictionary. Take dictionary and take a book and talk. But only when Divine Mother writes on your tongue, that means blesses you, the spiritual teachings will become teachings of wisdom. Otherwise, just a bookish knowledge. That wisdom flows to the mouth. It's called Vak Siddhi. So there are many siddhis. A Jnani, typically, some of the Jnanis have Vak Siddhi. The words of wisdom will flow smoothly through their mouth. So siddhis are many varieties, Lalita. Okay?
Oh, so Jnani is not that they have learned from the scriptures and not like that.
Oh,
no, it has okay.
If you learn from scriptures, he's called a scholar, Pandita.
Okay.
Jnani doesn't speak from scriptures. What he speaks becomes scriptures. That's called Jnani.
Okay, got it. So that is the reason when I've read about Swami Vivekananda, he borrowed a book from a woman, and in one night he has read all the volumes. Is what? So it's not about reading; it is about.
Swami Vivekananda was a great intellectual.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Right? Paramahamsa was a wise man. Paramahamsa didn't read any book, but he will be able to speak on any spiritual subject. Just ask a question, he'll give answer.
So there's a difference between Swami Vivekananda and Paramahamsa?
I don't want to judge or comment.
Okay, Guruji, got it.
So, anybody else any questions? Katyayani? Satyavati?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಗುರುಜಿ
ಗುರುಜಿ ನಾನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಲೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆದೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಗುರುಜಿ
Okay, Pratibha?
The Kama Moksha, you have to realize. But people take God as a mediator and realize going towards the Artha and Kama. But not using these, they want to realize what the actual truth is. But
Right.
they are keeping, but we, not, I cannot say they, but the Ajnani is keeping God in between to realize them, the material things. This is actually really touching.
Is God is the means for an end or end of all means? For Jnani, God is the end and means, both.
Yes, got it.
For a person in Artha and Kama, God is the means to an end. For Jnani or Bhakta, real Bhakta, God is the means and God is the end.
Got it, Guruji, got it.
Any questions? So siddhis are a variety of siddhis. Okay, do not be under the impression yogis only have siddhis. A housewife, okay, very carefully does the knitting. No mistakes. That's a siddhi. Okay. Do not be under the impression of the anima, lagima, garima, mahima, only siddhi. Siddhis are varieties of siddhis. A person comes to your house. You are able to understand the needs of the person and help him. It's a siddhi. So do not be under the impression siddhis are only the yogis will do some doing like this and getting gold is only siddhi. That's actually one way of attracting people. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Then the whole
No.
diluted
Siddhi.
to-
No.
Then
Si-
everybody has siddhi.
Don't. I'm saying siddhi is of two types. Siddhi in the material world, which is actually gross, and siddhi is in subtle world. Siddhi in the subtle world, you can do something more. But siddhi in the material world also you can do more. A nuclear power, a scientist breaking nuclear power is siddhi. Making a mobile phone is a siddhi. Okay, that's the material world. A housewife doing something very beautiful way is a siddhi. Putting a rangoli is a siddhi. Okay, we always get attacked by fantastic things. Somebody does some vibhuti and getting a siddhi. Siddhis are in many places. If you have eyes to look, right? Siddhis don't be under the impression. Siddhi is only something miraculous. Very ordinary is a siddhi. Our human mind starts.
Which is common to all, not be called as siddhis.
No, that's because of your mind. Okay, that's because of we are looking for associating something miraculous for something. I'm saying siddhi is there.
Every person will have some kind of.
May or may not
Every
have.
person has some talent.
May or may not
What
have.
is the difference between talent, skill, siddhi?
I'm saying what is the next question? Okay, so siddhi can be there in many places. Okay, so in the siddha purusha, compared to an ordinary man, he has something more. Okay, I explain about doctor. There are two doctors I personally faced. Two doctors are same qualification, same MPharCP, something, some XYZ, same age group. The shops are nearby, here and here, two adjacent shops. And this doctor, one of the doctors is from my own relative. But the shop of the other doctor is always full of people. This shop is always empty. This doctor, who is my relative, nobody goes, including I. Because people say the other doctor has hasta guna. It is not the medicine you use. Touch us, you will get healed. It's a siddhi. Its siddhi comes from the inner heart. The compassion brings that quality. So the compassion is a siddhi. Do not be under the impression that siddhis are miraculous things which are out of the ordinary. Siddhis can be there in ordinary. Right? Start looking for extraordinary in the ordinary. That's your siddhi. And Jnani, right, has no siddhis, no external characteristics. He is very, very ordinary. Right? But he's extraordinary. Being ordinary is extraordinary siddhi. Being extraordinary is the lower level siddhi. So siddhis are many, many mental powers. They're all classified as siddhis. But as a person evolves more and more dharmic path, dharma and moksha, his siddhis are subtle. And those siddhis he would use it for guiding and helping people rather than personal benefit. Clear? So did I answer the question?
If you mentioned about Kanchi Paramacharya having siddhis and also a Jivan Mukta, he was able to help people who evolve from Kama Artha to Dharma.
Yeah.
So if someone is a Jnani and in his presence people naturally evolve,
yeah,
why is there even a need for him to like perform siddhis?
No, he did. No. Kanchi Paramacharya, for that matter, Ramana Maharshi, right? In his presence, people will evolve. Okay, by itself. They don't claim I did it. Kanchi Paramacharya will never say I did it. She is a Perumal, that the mother, divine mother did it. He'll not claim. So what happens is, the people come, why there's need for siddhis, miraculous siddhis, right? Naturally it will have a level. As a part of natural happening, only is happening. Something will happen. That's all I'm saying. It's not extraordinary. Somebody comes for a child. Okay, I don't have a child. In the presence of Paramacharya, the child, he gets a child. So then he gets more faith in dharma. So it is not that something extraordinary has happened. What is required for his evolution has happened in the presence of Jnani. That's all.
But previously, when you said like Jnani can be useful only for PhD students.
No. Jnana, people who come to Jnana, most of the people get attracted to miracles. People who come to Jnana for the sake of Jnana are very few. That's right. That's all. I'm not saying not everybody comes to Jnani. So most of the people are getting attracted by lower level miracles. Right? So they'll go to that. How many people will buy a mobile phone compared to how many people will go to a saint?
Suppose someone had a child in presence of Kanchi Paramacharya. Is it because of Kanchi Paramacharya's Sahaja Siddhi, or is it because of the Devi Upasana?
It is because a person gets a blessing in the presence of Kanchi Paramacharya. Okay, he is a Jnani. A Jnani is free from Sankalpa and Vikalpa. Jnani has no Sankalpa and no Vikalpa. Okay, somebody comes and asks, I need a child. So Jnani is like an empty vessel. So in his presence, the devatas, right, the forces of nature, fulfill the desire for the evolution. Jnani will never claim I do it. Provided his prarabdha karma, provided his evolution supports that.
Whose evolution?
The seekers, the person who has come. Right? It don't happen to everybody. Somebody who has to, some 100 people come, 10 people will get it because they're ready for next shift. It happens. See, Mata Amritanmayi was a child. And she was singing bhajans and all. Somebody in her community got angry. A girl child doing it, she's crazy. I want to kill her. He came with a knife. And he rushed to her to kill a knife. He didn't move. If God wants to me die, I'll die. Suddenly, the knife fell from his hand and he started vomiting blood. Then he was admitted to hospital. This is when she was a kid of about 14 years. So then she went to the hospital, gave him food and all, helped him. But he died. So he wanted to kill her with a knife. A big hefty fellow coming in attacking girl child. She that died. So then Mahatma said, he wanted to kill me, but there are forces of nature. She didn't want. I have no desire, I have no sankalpa and vikalpa to live also. The force of nature didn't want this body to die. So they attacked him. He had to die like that. So what happens is the force of nature, they'll come in support of in and around Jnani. They'll do some of the work. That's how it is. So out of siddhis, one siddhi is called Ritambara Pradna. Ritambara Pradna is a siddhi yoga or higher siddhi. Ritambara Pradna, Ritam means, Satyam means truth, self-realization. Ritam means Prakriti, nature, rhythm of nature. So Jnani, a person who is in tune with the nature and self-realized, he has the ability to, the nature follows him. Nature, the force of nature follow him. It's called Ratambara Siddhi. Like that, many siddhis are there. Siddhis are many variety, from ordinary to extraordinary. Okay? Don't be under the impression that very extraordinary thing is only siddhi. The ordinary siddhis you can see in small, ordinary people also. They may not be spiritual, but in the karma action they do, they can acquire siddhi. So, the moment we say siddhi, we are associated only miraculous. Start looking for siddhis in the ordinary. Is it clear? Now, differentiate. Two people knit. Okay. Okay. Your question is about talent, skill. They ask the question, talent and skill. Next question.